Another week on Whole30 begins right now. Today is day 11 of Whole30, which means we are officially 1/3 of the way done with this diet challenge. Statistically, most people give up on days 10 and 11, so apparently I'm going through the 2 hardest days of the entire challenge right now. I'm not gonna lie, since day 7, it's been a really big struggle. I've really had, I would say, just food boredom. I'm kind of been over the diet. I really understand why yesterday and today are why most people give up, because it just gets really kind of boring, and honestly it gets to be a lot to have to cook from scratch every single meal. It's not something that Americans, I would say, are used to. We're used to convenience and stuff, but obviously that is the entire point of me doing this challenge, is to remember what whole food is and to get off of the American system that's making me sick, and to really just hone in on good nutrition and learning how to retrain my brain to eat correctly. So I am staying strong. I'm gonna get through this. I definitely won't want to be part of that statistic, and I'm very determined to see this through. I can't believe it, but I made it another week on Whole30. This was a big week for me mentally. I definitely went through this mind shift this week. It was pretty profound in the sense that I'm wow, I can do hard things. I also feel spiritually I really learned a lot. I felt like God really taught me the lesson that before I had this mindset, whenever I'm dieting, I'm missing out. And the truth of the matter is, and what I've really learned this last week is God created food to be good. And not only that, but he created food to be something to be enjoyed, and enjoyed in the plentiful, where we're not restricting ourselves and where we're not having to worry about what we're eating. Even in the Bible, when God talked about creating food, he at the end of the day, he said it is good. And where there are good things that God created, Satan wants to come and destroy those things. It even talks about in the Bible how he came to kill and destroy and just ruin anything that God created. So it would make sense that Satan's big plan would be to trick us into thinking that the food that makes us sick, and the food that's not real food, but it's processed and it's just full of chemicals and dyes and just things that make us sick, is the good food. And by eating this other way of retraining my brain and stuff, it's coming back to the food, the real food that God designed, that we can eat as much as we want to within reason and feel healthy, and it rejuvenates our body and it heals our body and it's fuels our body the way food was meant to fuel our body. God really just got me to focus in on thinking the only thing that I'm missing out by eating this way is on the bad food that makes me sick. I've never really thought about the way that I'm eating as an act of worshiping God or as an act of serving God, but really coming back to whole healthy foods is fighting against Satan in a world where he's trying to make us sick, in a world where he's trying to make us miserable and just getting our focus off God. It deliberately is an act of worshiping God by eating correct. Not only that, but it's also choosing to be healthy, because you're choosing the food that gives you life and the food that your body was meant to process, versus choosing basically an early death and being unhealthy. So yeah, that's just a really big lesson that God has taught me through Whole30. And even though it's been difficult, it's been like just mind-blowing to me, and it's been just so like such a positive experience, even though it's been hard. It's really sad we live in a world where when we're eating whole healthy foods that were created for our body, it's called dieting. It's so crazy. I am just so thankful that I stumbled upon this diet, and I'm so thankful for the lessons it's teaching me. I'm so thankful for through it God's talking to me and really reminding me what whole foods look like. And I definitely can see it's gonna go far beyond these 30 days. It's really teaching me, like I said, what whole food is again, and how to properly eat and fall in love with that again, and not feel like it's like this big torturous thing, but it's actually a really good thing. So yeah, obviously all in all, week 2 was really good, and I'm excited to see what week 3 brings in next week's video. That's gonna be it for this video. Just thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I hope that it is in some way inspiring to you and encourages you in some way on your health journey and your health goals, whatever they may be. Thanks so much for watching and being here and supporting me, and I will catch you guys all in next week's video. Bye.